So today we're gonna fix Manchester United, but I have unlimited money. That pretty much means I could buy whoever I want to win with Manchester United. Now the problem is I only have one season to either win the Champions League, the Premier League, and I guess there could be some cups involved, but nobody really cares about that. Manchester United fans want Champions League or the Premier League, and they want to get back to their glory days. So my first task will be, which manager am I going to hire for this team? So please don't tell Luis Enrique I said this, but Mourinho was actually my first option. I would have hired Mourinho back to Manchester United so he could finish the job, but he is not in the game, so we're gonna go with Luis Enrique as my manager. But let me explain why. The reason for this is Spanish managers right now in football are doing amazing. Guardiola, Xavi Alonso, the list goes on of amazing Spanish managers in football. So I am gonna bring in Luis Enrique to Manchester United to see if he can get that Spanish way of football to really cook for the team that needs it the most. Now Luis Enrique really has his work cut out for him. As you guys can see, this team is in a little bit of a weird place. Kind of a big weird place. The wingers are not the best, the attackers are not the best. There is a lot going on here, but I have a vision for Manchester United, and trust me, we're gonna have to spend some money, but this vision is amazing. Now, first of all, I want to take it just old school. I want to make the 4-1-2-1-2 work again, and I want to bring this formation back to football and dominate the Premier League with this incredible formation. Now, the more I look at this, kind of a little bit of a problem we have. A lot of players don't like playing in this formation, which is kind of annoying. I guess we could try a 4-2-4. But at the same time, that's not really where I want to take the team in, but it does kind of suit most players better, like Garnacho and even Rashford out on the wing, Anthony. Casemiro, not so much. He enjoys the defensive mid position, so we would have to figure out what to do with him. So here's the absolute truth. I want Marcus Rashford at the left wing. I'm not sure what's going to happen at the right wing. I'm not sure if Casemiro's going to start. And I definitely want to change this back line a lot. So there's a lot of I'm not sure's. But one thing I do know is I'm going to make one of the best defenses in the Premier League. So let's begin there. So as you guys know, like I know, when a manager once works with a player, sometimes they like to work with them again and continue to work with them. So Luis Enrique is going to sit down with PSG to discuss the right back, Hakimi. We need a right back here at Manchester United. Like I said, it's time to make sure this defense is on fleek. So let's start off with the one and only Hakimi. Honestly, lads, the Hakimi deal went down easy. Like one of the easiest deals I've ever had to do in my life. We paid 68 million for Hakimi, and making his salaries go together was super easy, man. Like he accepted 110 wages. It was easy. Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro both here to see their new right back kind of warming up, getting ready to showcase his ability. But I'm very excited for Hakimi here because, like I said, it is time for us to build an outstanding defense. 68 million from PSG to Manchester United. Ladies and gentlemen, our brand new right back is officially here. They only give me a B, which is crazy because a right back's exactly what this team needs. Take a look at what the team looks like now. Varane and Martinez at center back, Hakimi at the right back, and a left back is still needed in my opinion. Although Luke Shaw is still not an old man or anything like that, it's time to move on from him. So let's go pick up our left back. Now, lads, I may have messed up on this deal just a little bit, but Real Madrid is talking about Alphonso Davies IRL, which means if they bring Alphonso Davies in, there's not going to be that much more room for Mendy. So I thought to myself, let me give 40 million, which again might have been an overpay here, for Mendy, a great left back with speed, ability, good passing. We're going to have Hakimi on one side and Mendy on another with Martinez and Varane in the back. I personally think this is a solid move, especially for the fact that Real Madrid fans have talked about going away from him. Real Madrid fans have talked about how they want someone different, and Alphonso Davies is heavily linked to this team. So I thought to myself, Mendy might be the guy to bring in. Now, I definitely overpaid. Bad negotiations massively. I didn't scout him first, but again, we got money on us, so that's okay. Big Mendy, though, officially going to be a part of the team. Again, only a 92 overall in this game, but at the end of the day, we're kind of going based off of what we believe IRL as well. And I know he's the same overall as Luke Shaw, but I would say Mendy is a perfect fit for Manchester United. Hopefully I got that right. Now, with that being said, I don't know what's going to happen with Bruno and Casemiro yet, but what I do know is I want another striker, and I have the perfect guy in mind. This is the big boy signing. Now, a lot of people are going to judge me on this one and be like, you are getting this wrong. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to sit down with Inter and discuss Martinez. A lot of Manchester United fans at first look are not going to like this move, and they are going to think this is a bad move. But I want to pair Martinez with Haaland. I hope I'm saying that right. It's going to take a lot to get this deal to go, okay? They said around 140 million is what it's going to take. So I am going to go ahead and swing 140 their way. They want 100. Look at that. 194 is where they are. I'm going to come down to 154 to see if they'll bite. 164, lads. And that's what we are going to accept. Ladies and gentlemen, 164 million for Martinez. Negotiations went easy for this guy. 200,000 wages is what he's getting a week. And here's the absolute truth, lads. I know it's not the prettiest and we paid a lot for him, but when you look around the world at number 9s, you know what I'm saying? You got Haaland and you got Lewandowski's, and there's not many young ones out there. There's Alvarez, but he plays for City. So United and City really not going to do business. So now I had to look for a guy that I felt that we could really build around. And I truly feel like Martinez is the perfect guy to do that. So we're going to have a 2-striker formation, which you don't see a lot of teams do anymore. And Martinez is going to lead the charge. 164 is what we paid. Again, his market value is crazy. They're only going to give us a B. They're not going to say it's great negotiations. Again, we paid a lot for that guy. But as you guys can see, lads, it is officially starting to become a beautiful team up top, all right? Garnacho needs a lot of PT. Trust me when I say that. I know he needs a lot of PT. But we have Haaland. I know I'm saying that right. Haaland. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. Martinez, Rashford, Anthony for now, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Mendy, Martinez, Varane, Hakimi, and Onana. 2 players I'm not happy with. Onana and Anthony. Now, I don't want to go spend the whole world fixing this, so Onana is going to stay around. I do want to replace Anthony, but I can't think of anyone to go get, and I really wish Casemiro could play the center mid role because he's not happy in this role, which kind of upsets me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I could easily go into a 4-3-3 and make this happen, play Amrabat and Casemiro at DMs with Bruno ahead and just Martinez, but that means we're going to have to bench Haaland, which I really don't want to because this kid has a lot of potential. So I'm kind of going into this formation so I can play both strikers. What do we want to do at the right wing position though? Are we comfortable with Anthony? Do we think he's enough or do we need more? My next big move is not actually going to be a move that a lot of people, go crazy about. The truth is this, lads. Whatever manager that takes over Manchester United for a crazy thing, well, obviously 10's there now, but if someone did take over for 10, I think there is one thing that needs to be done. And whoever was to step in and maybe 10 stays and hopefully he could figure this out. In my honest opinion, lads, and again, I could be fully wrong here. I personally believe, okay, that you cannot give up on Sancho. So I am bringing back Sancho. I am bringing back Sancho, and he needs to be an important player of this team, in my opinion. With bringing back Sancho, everything has officially changed. We can go back into that wide formation I originally wanted. This one is the 4-1-3-2. Marcus Rashford will take a little bit of time to develop into a left mid, 25 weeks, and Sancho will take a little bit of time to develop into a right mid at 24 weeks. But besides that, we still have Martinez. We still have everything we kind of want here. Now, the problem is with 2-striker set, it's a little bit dangerous to play this because we don't really have a backup striker, just Anthony. Anthony's the only real option I see at the striker position. That's a little bit scary for me. We definitely should have somebody else. Now, we obviously could use Anthony with Sancho, kind of do that, and then have Rashford as a backup striker or even a starting striker. That's another option. But in the meantime and between time, I like this set of Marcus Rashford and Sancho on the wings, Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro taking care of the midfield, with Martinez and Haaland up top, and then Martinez, Varane, Hakimi, and Mendy. Lads, I think I'm going to stay with this team right here until the January transfer window, and I am going to hope and pray that this team can really bang away at the Champions League and really bang away at the Premier League. This is a team that I believe all I did was bring in Martinez, Hakimi, and Mendy. Everything else is already there. With the right coaching, I feel like this team can reach high levels. So here's the deals, lads. I am going to go all the way until August 27th to see where the team stands. And then if we need anything else, we will purchase what we need before the window closes at the end of August. I personally feel like that's a respectable first month of the season. You beat Wolves, you beat Forest, and you drop points to Spurs. But at the end of the day, I feel like that is a solid beginning to the season. You go 2 for 3. Wish we would have beat Spurs, obviously, but that is not a bad start. Now, with Bayern coming up and Arsenal and Liverpool, this is where we really see if the team is good or bad. The problem is, let's go find out if we want to sign anything before the window closes. The first thing you obviously need to notice when you look at it is 2 things. 1, Sancho only played 2 games instead of 3 games. Also, Haaland did play every game, scoring 2 goals and picked up an assist. Anthony somehow got 3 games in, even though he's not supposed to. So he's taking Sancho's position, which I really don't like. By the way, Marcus Rashford only played 1 game. So the team or the game is not allowing the players I want to play to actually play. So we got to go back in and adjust some things. The top goal scorer for the team is actually Bruno Fernandes with 2 and 2, and then Haaland with 2 goals. Martinez only bagged 1. So this is something that I really need to look at, because I really thought Marcus Rashford would be getting more PT, and that's not really going down. So let's go look at the team real quick. What it's looking like to me is the only way to make this work is Marcus Rashford hitting the bench, with Sancho officially having to be on the left so he plays every game, and Anthony on the right. The problem is, I'm not the biggest fan of Anthony. I'll let him run there for now, but I definitely got to find a replacement for this guy. So things just got interesting. I went for Chiesa, right? And I wanted Chiesa, but they came to me and said 30 million plus Sancho. And the thing here, lads, is that I want to wait till Sancho develops into a right winger. And I thought Chiesa could kind of play that position until, because right wingers are really hard to find right now. I'm going to come back at them and I'm going to say, listen, how about we renegotiate this deal? And how about I give you Anthony plus 40 million for Chiesa? And they say, let's make it happen. So with that being said, Anthony out, Chiesa in. I like it, to be honest. I hope United fans don't get mad at me. Once again, negotiating Chiesa's deal was easy, lads. He came to me, told me how much money he wanted, 100 and something, and it was done. And Martinez, who knows him from the Serie A, says, what's up, lad? How are you? Welcome to the squad. So our final transfer in August, I should say, is going to be Anthony out plus 40 million for Chiesa. Again, maybe I overpaid a bit here. Anthony, I really probably could have maybe less money plus Anthony. But at the end of the day, lads, I am extremely excited with this move. Now, Chiesa slides directly into that right mid position. Like, bang, goes directly in, no problem. The only thing here and what I need to figure out now is, are they going to bench him? If they do, I'm going to be extremely annoyed. It will take Chiesa 2 weeks to become a legit right mid, which means the game will never bench him. Let's make him a right mid, and then that way we'll have an actual starting right mid every single game. But what happens to Marcus Rashford? I honestly can't answer the question for you. Because with Marcus Rashford, with Haaland having 2 goals already, I definitely can't bench him. He started well. And I know Marcus Rashford is supposed to play the left mid position, but he's not really happy there, so they're going to bench him. So I'm going to go ahead with Sancho and Chiesa for now and figure out what happens with Marcus Rashford soon. But this is the team that we're going to bang away with until January. Hopefully, I did a good job. This month could be a disaster. I will see you guys at the end of the month to see how things went. I would be lying to you, lads, if I wasn't on top of the world right now. Why? Because this month went incredible. Yes, we tied to Arsenal, who are one of the favorites to win the Premier League. But do you understand that we beat Liverpool in a cup game? We beat Bayern in the Champions League. We beat Crystal Palace. We won every game that needed to be win except for the Arsenal game. Lads, this was an incredible month for Manchester United, and we might be back. This is mad. This is incredible. Who is cooking to make us cook like this? Let's find out. Appearances, Onana with 9, Bruno with 9, Martinez with 9, Hojland with 9, Hakimi with 8, and Casemiro, I'm not sure if he took a knock or he's just suspended. He probably got a red card because that's Casemiro type things. Varane with 7, Chiesa with 6. Chiesa 6 because he wasn't here for the beginning of the season. That makes sense. Who is our goal scorers? Let's find out. Top goal scorer, Bruno Fernandes, then Hojland, and then Martinez. Martinez, step it up, lad. I need more from you. I need more from you, okay? Also, Anthony Martial seeing a little bit of playing time. Rashford not getting no smell of the ball at all, lads. Assists, well, it's Bruno, it's Martinez, it's Hojland, and it's Hakimi. Listen, lads, things are going wonderful for us, man. I love everything about it. Let's quickly take a look at the team and see what's going on with the boys. Casemiro is healthy, so he just has a red card for the upcoming game. Chiesa and Sancho are cooking. Chiesa up to an 85 already. And also, I'm going to go ahead and turn Chiesa into a right mid now, so that way he never gets benched. And Marcus Rashford, I do feel bad for the lad, man. He should be getting more playing time. It's a little bit annoying, but at the end of the day, the team is working, and I don't want to change it. If I'm being honest with y'all, I'm still completely shocked by the first month of the season, or the second month, I should say, September. I am absolutely in shock. Going into this next month, I feel like the Champions League, we should definitely pick up some wins. And the only game that I think that we should be dropping points is City. But let me not get my hopes up too much. I'll see you at the end of October. I'm extremely happy, but at the same time, I'm in shock. Okay, we lose to Galatasaray, which is, you know, look, they're a great team from Turkey, but we got to get that win. And we also tied to Copenhagen, which all of a sudden starts making it very difficult to whether we're going to come out the Champions League group. But we beat Man City 2-0, and we win a game 5-1, and we beat the Bees 2-1. So in the Champions League, in the Premier League, we're cooking. By the way, the Champions League is weird because we beat Bayern and then drop points there. Let's look at the standings. We are top of the table! United fans have something to cheer about. But more importantly, let's talk about how many goals Manchester United has scored, because they have 23 goals on the season and 9 against. That is incredible. The same as Liverpool, which is awesome. And the more games that Man City drop, please stay away from the top of the table. Please, lads, please stay away. Also, the team we dropped points to was Spurs, and they're having a pretty good season. Who's getting all of our goals for us? Nah. First, the Champions League. This is a problem. As you guys can see, Galatasaray is cooking. And if we don't start to do something soon, we're going to get grouped and go to the Europa League. We got a tough schedule coming up in the Champions League, but we got to start picking up W's so we can come out of this group. It's a must. Our top goal scorer, still Bruno Fernandes. Also, Hojland's doing his thing with a lot of goals. Hojland, I don't know how to say it, bro. And Martinez, I expected more from you, Papi. I paid a lot for you. 165 million. Only 5 goals. It'll come, though. Chiesa straight in with 3 goals and 2 assists. My boy Mixed Sauce getting a little bit of PT time. Anthony Martial with 2. Why is my boy Marcus Rashford not seeing the field? That's the real question. Let's check who has the most assists for the team. Always an important thing to check out. The most assists for the team is Bruno, and then Sancho. Very nice. And Chiesa and Martinez. Very nice. Very nice, lads. Come on. For this upcoming month, I will be honest with you. I don't care about the Energy Cup, so if we lose to this one, I don't mind. Hopefully we get some wins in the Premier League, but the most important, we must beat Copenhagen and we must get a result against Galatasaray because we need to come out of this group. Lads, I will see you at the end of November where we got to get our jackets ready because it might be cold outside. So this month, I would have really given that Arsenal win right there in the cup. We won on penalties 5-4. I would have given that back so we could have a win in the Premier League. I'm going to be honest with y'all. We dropped points in the Premier League, which is always scary, lads. But we have beaten Arsenal twice this year. Actually, maybe just once because we beat Liverpool, right? I'm not sure, but this is awesome because we beat Copenhagen and we just beat Galatasaray on the 29th of November. So lads, this month went fantastic for us, but again, that tie could be a big problem for us. Let's see where we stand in the league. Maybe we're no longer in first place. Wow, we are still in first place with 32 points, lads. Incredible. Spurs on 29. Spurs are the team chasing us. Wow. The problem is this. Man City's never out of it, lads. Remember that. Man City, we know how this story goes. It looks great in November, but you realize the rest of the year still remains. That's a problem. The Champions League, how does that look? Well, we are officially in first place and out. Yes! So we can lose to Bayern. We can lose to Bayern and we still come out of the group. Lovely, because the only game remaining is the Bayern game. So regardless if we win or lose, we're coming out of the group no matter what. It just depends first or second place. Well done, Luis Enrique. Got us in first place in the Premier League and coming out of the group of Group A in the Champions League. Lovely, well done. We take that. Look at this month. Whoa! Goodness gracious. Newcastle and Chelsea, okay? Liverpool, Bayern, Chelsea again. The Bayern game not as important, so hopefully Luis Enrique rotates the team properly. Obviously, you would love to win first place in the Champions League, but in my opinion, that's not important. What's important is getting results in the Premier League. This could be a make or break December for us, lads. If this all goes bad, all the work we put in, gone. Let's hope for a great holiday season in December. I don't know what just happened. Honestly, I cannot explain to you what just happened, but it happened. We beat Chelsea twice, Liverpool once, Bayern as well, but then we ended on an Aston Villa loss and a Forest tie, which means we could be out of first place in the Premier League. But look at those results, man. To beat Chelsea, to beat Newcastle, to beat Liverpool, to beat West Ham, absolutely remarkable, guys. What a December, but maybe we're out of first place. Let's check it out. FA Cup is up next. I'm not worried about that. Premier League, wow, let's go. Unbelievable work from Luis Enrique, yo. Unbelievable work. 2 games ahead of Manchester United on 6 points clear at the moment. Nice. And I think we beat them, so we might have that in our favor as well. That is amazing. Aston Villa having a fantastic league, bro. They just beat us as well. Had we beat them, we would have been 9 points clear. Unbelievable work from Luis Enrique. Up next is Spurs, which is always scary. But guys, more importantly, the Champions League. We get Braga. Let's go! Because listen, if we would have got second place, we would have been stuck with AC Milan, but we're stuck with Braga from Portugal. Now, you never can underestimate any of your opponents, but this should definitely be a must-win round of 16 for Manchester United for sure. Also, Inter or City have to go home, which is amazing because those are tough. Benfica got Sevilla, Real Madrid got FC Porto, and PSG got Celtic, bro. Come on, lads. We are in a great place. Let's see how the boys are doing. 16 goals for Bruno, and guess what? The main man started bagging them. Martinez with 15 goals and 4 assists. Chiesa with 13 goals. Hojan with 11 goals. Well done. But the thing I'm looking at, lads, is where's Sancho? Is Sancho playing a lot? Is he not playing a lot? How is Sancho doing? He's had 17 games with no goals, but with 7 assists. So he is doing his thing. And Marcus Rashford getting playing time as well with 16 games, but only 1 assist. So listen, Sancho's here to get assists. That's what his job is. And he's doing that. And I'm happy for him because if you look at it, he's the 3rd most assist guy on the team. Bruno with 12, Chiesa with 7, Sancho with 7. It's incredible. Obviously, he doesn't have the goals, which is kind of annoying. But at the end of the day, he's doing his thing. One thing I want to tell you guys as well, it doesn't look like Mendy's playing a lot. Looks like Luke Shaw might be getting more playing time than Mendy. Is he? Where's Mendy? I actually don't see. I don't see him. Who's getting the most playing time? Is it Mendy or Sancho? Mendy got 14. Maybe, well, I guess we're playing Malacia a lot. Hey, listen, it is what it is. 14 games is still a lot, lads. The month of January, an interesting one. As we see Manchester City in the cup. Okay, this is FA Cup. I would, you guys can have it, honestly. If we can go far in the Champions League and win the Premier League, I don't care. We then have the Energy Cup again, and then a big game against Spurs in the Premier League, and we see Wolves. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go until the 28th of January, but I really don't feel like we need anything. I think we made great signings, 4 signings, Chiesa, Martinez, Hakimi, and Mendy. and we have done amazing with what we have. Let's see how January goes, and we can rediscuss it on the 28th of January. So, lads, we are officially out of the FA Cup. Facts. We tied the first game to City, but then we got destroyed in the second game. We did knock out Fulham with a 5-1 win on aggregate, and we tied to Spurs. So this month, not really the best, as we did lose points in the Premier League, and we did take an exit of out of the FA Cup. But as long as we beat Wolves, things should be okay. Guys, I think I'm okay with the team. I don't think I want to touch it. Let me just make sure no one left the club. That would make me really sad. Looks like no one left. Martinez saw a red card. Looks like everything is under control here. No one really left or bounced on us, which is really good. Our team looks solid. So honestly, lads, I just want to continue going the way we're going. Matter of fact, someone did leave. Anthony Martial. I don't see him. Anthony Martial left the club. Few players left the club. Luis Enrique cleaning out the house a little bit. But guys, I'm happy where it's at. Let's hopefully beat Wolves and go from there. I mean, the perfect month of February. Unbelievable. We beat Braga in the first game, but only 3-2, and there's still a second leg. We win against Leeds in the Cup, and we win at home against Aston Villa, and we also beat West Ham. And if you go back to the Wolves game, we tied there. So the month of January was a disaster, lads. Drawing to Wolves and tying to Spurs could have us out of first place, but we did the best we could, to be honest with you. And you guys know how this City team is. They don't lose much, but we're lucky enough to see they drop points, lads, which means right now we are, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 points clear, but with a game in hand. So if we win, lads, Premier League is really starting to become a thing. Although we got City up next, which is kind of scary, the Premier League is really starting to look like we might be able to do this, lads, which is incredible. We see City, though, and Braga. Oof, tough games. But remember, we have a game in hand, so if we lose to City, we can still be 5 points clear if we just win the rest of our games, because there's a game in hand. We got to remember that. Come on, United! I personally think March went amazing. We knock out Braga. We only tied to them, but we knocked them out because we beat them the first game 3-2. We then lost to Manchester City. But like I told you, as long as we kept doing what we were doing, we were going to be 5 points clear no matter what. Going into the next month, lads, we got Man City in the Champions League. It's just unfortunate. We also got Chelsea and Liverpool back-to-back. It's really unfortunate going into April that we landed City already. It's really unfortunate. It's just bad. It's really bad. But one thing I do want you to remember, that in the league, we do not see City again, okay? So getting this team to win in England again would be one of the most beautiful things that I think Manchester United fans could dream of, right? To see you guys lift the Premier League again is probably better than winning the Champions League at this point, with how the seasons have gone for them over years. We right now, lads, are in a position of 5 points clear of City. So as long as we can see out Liverpool and Chelsea, we might be able to win the Premier League. I think there's a 0% chance we knock out City in the Champions League, if I'm being honest. It's just the sad truth. I wish it could go better, but that's the way it is. Unfortunately, we got them early. Real Madrid got Benfica, PSG got Atletico Madrid, and Bayern got Arsenal. It's unfortunate that we got City. It's unfortunate we're probably going to go out in the quarters, but United's having a fantastic season, and that's all that matters. And just like I thought, it happened. Lads, we go out to Man City 5-2 on aggregate. We beat Chelsea. We lose to Liverpool. We also lose another game, but then we beat Newcastle. And with 3 games remaining, there is a possibility that we could actually win the Premier League. The problem is the board is extremely mad at Luis Enrique, and I'm trying to understand why. Did we lose first place because of the bad results that we had? That could possibly be a thing. No, we remain in first place. We remain in first place, lads. This is great. I don't understand why the board is mad. I know we're out of the Champions League, but lads, at the end of the day, there is an opportunity for Manchester United to win the Premier League, which they haven't done for years. Why would you be mad at Luis Enrique? The board, the Manchester United board, back doing Manchester United board type things. Y'all need to relax and let this man Luis Enrique work, bro. What's wrong with you? So how did we get here? Who got us here? Bruno Fernandes with 22 goals. No, I lied. Whoa, yeah, look at this. Sorry. Let me look at this correctly. Martinez with 34. Come on. Super signing, doing super signing type things. Chiesa with 24. And then Bruno with 22. Hold on with 17. And my boy McSauce with the 5. Hakimi with the 4. Love to see it. The assists. The assists go to Bruno with 22. Sancho with 10. Vamos, Sancho! Welcome back, Sancho, my boy. Chiesa with 9. Martinez with 8. Hakimi with 7. Hold on with 4. And then, Why are you playing, dog? What am I seeing? It's go time, lads. Literally 3 games remaining. Manchester United needs to win 2 to win the league. It's that simple. You win 2 of the last 3, and they win and raise the Premier League trophy. Let's see if it happens. That was actually ridiculous. We tied to Crystal Palace, okay? And then somehow we beat Arsenal. Goodness gracious, man. I thought we were going to lose it all. I really thought we were going to lose it all. Ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United wins the Premier League. It took 1 season to fix this team. 4 signings. Some of them being very pricey, no doubt about that. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United is back. Yes, they went out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League to Man City, their rivals. And yes, they might have not won a lot of other things. But at the end of the day, Manchester United wins the Premier League with 87 points. You love to see it. The FA Cup went to either West Ham. Whoa, what a final. What? Crazy final. There you see it. All right, I would imagine West Ham's going to win it. The Energy Cup went to campeones, no somos campeones. Ladies and gentlemen, the Energy Cup goes to Manchester United with the 4-1 victory over Leeds United. That is huge, okay? And then the Super Cup went to Man City over Sevilla. The Champions League is between Real Madrid and Man City, which I'll show you in a minute who wins it. And then there was the Europa League. But let me quickly show you who wins the Champions League. The FA Cup went to West Ham, by the way. I'm kind of annoyed because I feel like we could have won that one, to be honest with you. The Champions League winners, Man City. They go back-to-back and beat Real Madrid on penalties. Now listen, we went out to the Champions League winners, bro. That's it. I don't understand how the board can be mad at us at all. And here's the craziest part. We could have won the FA Cup, which would have seen Manchester United win their first treble since 1998, 1999, I believe, okay? If we just would have won the FA Cup, we would have got the treble, dude. We got the Energy Cup, we got the Premier League. All we needed was the FA Cup, and we were so close to making it happen, so close. Unfortunately, we went out in the round of, where did we go out at? I want to say we went out, where did we go out, lads? Honestly, I don't remember where we went out. Was it the 4th round? I'm not sure where we went out, if I'm being honest with y'all. We went out to City. I forgot. We went out to City on penalties, I believe it was. So we went out in the 3rd round against City. Again, we met City in the 3rd round. It's just annoying. So we got City. City stopped us from a treble. And they stopped us from the Champions League. But at the end of the day, we won the Premier League. And the way we did it, lads, is by bringing in 4 key players. I brought back Sancho, which I believe in real life, Sancho can be that guy. They should have just given him more time. So Sancho was that guy for us. I brought in Chiesa. Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro cooked in the middle of the park, which they could in real life, let's be honest with each other. I brought in an absolute deadly number 9 that knows how to connect players and build up play and know how to pass the ball as well. And Haaland really started to develop into a stud of a player, which I believe he will in real life. He's great, but he might need some more support players around him. In the back line, I just brought in a really nice left back in Mendy and a very good right back in Hakimi. Varane and Martinez already there. And guess what? Even though Nana did well, I got away from Marcus Rashford as he just brings too much attention to the team. Everyone's always talking about how good he plays or how bad he plays or too much attention. I honestly probably would have sold him if it wasn't unlimited money. But since it was unlimited money, I didn't have to sell him. We had Garnacho sometimes make some appearances. Anthony Martial left the club. Eriksen not really involved at all. And lads, this is how I got Manchester United back to the top of the Premier League. Bringing in Sancho was here, just brought him back. So bringing in Chiesa, Hakimi, Martinez, and Mendy. 4 signings is all it took. A deadly winger, a deadly number 9, and 2 players to help on defense that are consistently there for the team. got them to win the Premier League. Let's go. I would love to fix another team with unlimited money, but I need you guys to let me know who it should be in the comments down below. United fans, do you think I made good signings? Are you mad I got away from Marcus Rashford? How do you feel about what I did here? I feel I did a fantastic job, but I would love to know how you guys feel. Thank you guys so much for watching today's Manchester United Career Mode. I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.